have to do this to exist. But greed, driving foreign policy, is destroying this nation and its future.
Virginia, your self-production. I thought now should be the best time to take a good look at self. The man in the mirror that the young brother, Michael Jackson, when I say young, compared to some of the people who have belief and factual proof, factual proof that there is life beyond the grave that we are now in. We can definitely do for self when we think about it. If we have the mind to actually take the energy that's left and utilize it for the good of the remainder of what is called life. If you are truly enjoying life, you would want for your brother or sister or your family what you want for yourself. In the household, there is a battle. Not everyone wants to be the biggest loser, even though you've seen the show. And there's family members who are overweight. All of them as a group, they have inherited the sins of their mother and father. The child is there, blaming the mother and father for not losing enough weight to be an inspiration. And there's a battle, and you've seen the show. But what if you can analyze yourself to a more personal degree and examine yourself? That's why God has given me the tree of life. You must branch off and be connected to that flow, the water, the cloud, and be connected to that flow, the water, the cloud. Then Mr. FARRAKHAN has become given rain to what is a desert, dry bones even. He is told to stir up the gift that, I'm talking about Timothy now, was a young man that Paul advised, but there is a modern day Paul on the scene, and I bear witness to him. And I bear witness to him. Many people have stood in the way even of this witness of the great Mahdi and his exalted Christ, Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who spoke a truth at a time when we definitely had heard no other speaker speak as clearly and honestly and openly and boldly and successfully as that black man that they try to write out of history. But we are constantly making history in his name. We shout long to Muhammad. Mr. FARRAKHAN is definitely not only his student, but is connected as a divine reflection of the hour, the time, the presence of God. We watch him. Even as Elijah Muhammad said, everywhere he says, go. Everywhere we see him, look at him. Everywhere he says, go, go. Everywhere he says, stay from, stay from. The government of the United States of America has been watchful of the student of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And Minister FARRAKHAN is the modern day Paul that bears witness that if Timothy is to be any form of helper, such as he has been to Elijah Muhammad, his connection, then all of the advice that is given to a man from Virginia, the worst place that they say that they have introduced it rather, to a whole higher degree that Willie Lynch lives, right here in Virginia especially. For some reason, Edgar Allan Poe, his statue is out there, and he was a writer that visited, but for some reason he was comfortable in Virginia enough to collect his thoughts. And though they say he died of a possible brain clot, and Einstein, a whole lot of people have similarities, they used all of their mind, and he did right historically. So document that they have a museum in his honor. Brother Timothy lives here today. The history of all who have gone on before. No wonder they say Lazarus was more of a problem because of his testimony. Continue to do for self, Brother Timothy. It's definitely just touching. Just don't even want to scare you off. But I want you to know your brother Timothy is definitely mentioned in the Bible. For so you so-called saints, you so-called students and Bible scholars and theologians, you need to really, really stop playing with God's word for just 1 second and learn that you have not been glorifying Him as much as you say you have. Most of you have lived deliciously and have not sacrificed as much as you are calling all to do. But this is the hour, and I tell you, as much as I'm not even yet in the midst of the suffering, but I have proven that I have overcome, and the test is now. Whatever it is that they have to say about me, I'm talking about baby mothers and whoever the drama that they possess is a result of not helping a man that they try to criticize without the knowledge of self or him or the time. Judge only according to the great judge who has already spoken. Do for self in the way of humility. Do for self in the way of obedience. Check out my song, We Hear and Obey the Messenger.
I know the pain. Crying for 400 years in the rain. Searching for shelter and love from someone. We hear and obey the messenger. But say no more than that. We hear and obey the messenger. The honorable line of the minister, yes, the messenger.